What do you do when you're low on currency? You make it rain. This is CheapBunny's Artillery Ballista Deadeye. It's an affordable and effective build that can clear high-level content in a hail of fire. Welcome to Build of the Week. I'm Evan from Grinding Gear Games. The secret here is a very special hat. Wilma's Requital is a new unique helmet with a powerful mod. Increases and reductions to cast speed also apply to attack speed. CheapBunny has built their entire character around the stat, investing in buffs that increase both. For example, the Haste Aura increases attack speed and cast speed, so when using Wilma's, you get both mods boosting your attack speed. If we invest heavily into this mechanic, our attacks go from looking like this to this. Speaking of our attacks, we're using Artillery Ballista, an attack totem that launches a salvo of fiery arrows. We're using totems because of the Ancestral Bond mod on Wilma's Requital, meaning we can't deal damage ourselves. CheapBunny notes that this build can work with any of the Ballista totems, but Artillery Ballista felt most effective to them, and besides, it's heckin' cool. So how exactly do we abuse this attack speed nonsense? I mentioned haste. First, we can pump up its effectiveness through this handy Eldritch Implicit on our armor. Then, if you can find one, the Sublime Vision Jewel rolled specifically for haste can pump it up even further. Lastly, we can grab the Supreme Ego Keystone. Since we're using only one aura, the downside here doesn't concern us at all. Depending on how well we roll all of this gear, our haste aura alone can be providing over 100% increased attack speed. But wait, there's more. We can use the skill Frenzy to max out our frenzy charges in combat. Each one of these provides increases to both attack and cast speed. The cherry on top is Precursor's Emblem. There is a version of this unique ring that gives us Onslaught on hit while at maximum frenzy charges. And what does Onslaught do? Yep, it increases both attack and cast speed. So you get it, we're fast. All we have to do now is increase our damage by making some good choices on the tree and finding a good bow. Speaking of which, we're aiming for an elemental damage bow, because CheapBunny notes that physical bow builds usually need auras like Hatred to be effective. That's not an option for us since we have our super haste aura and nothing else. For even more damage, we're using the Abhorrent Interrogation unique gloves. Thanks to this mod, each of our totems has its own chance to inflict wither, thereby increasing its own damage based on how much wither it inflicts, which is a lot considering our attack speed. As a side note, CheapBunny also uses Withering Touch support on their Frenzy setup, but we checked this with Mark and this support gem with Frenzy does not increase the damage our totems deal from the glove's unique mod. This build has prompted some discussion here about rewording the mod text. Thanks, CheapBunny. Lastly, this build uses the Deadeye Ascendancy. This allows us some easy extra damage thanks to extra projectiles, mark effectiveness, fast shot, and tailwind. CheapBunny has made it to level 100 with this build, so what are they doing right? We can capitalize on the cautious playstyle of a totem build by focusing on movement speed. Thanks to the bonuses we're already getting from haste, onslaught, tailwind, and frenzy charges, we're already fast enough to dodge most threats. We can sneak in a little extra speed from mods like this Eldritch Implicit on our boots. Generally, we're investing into spell suppression and evasion, as much as we can reasonably gather on a character without access to other auras. Last but not least, we're also blinding enemies with this handy Abyss Jewel. It's only a 6% chance to blind on hit, but we're hitting so often that this is a guaranteed blind for any enemy that lives long enough. CheapBunny has built a character that is cautious, fast, and powerful, all rolled into one. While there are some expensive items here, they are simply nice to have, and the build will function well at lower levels of investment. As an added bonus, the soothing sound of hundreds of ballista bolts raining down on your enemies could be the ASMR hit you're looking for. Thanks to CheapBunny for their contribution. Be sure to check out their build guide linked below. If you'd like to be the cool guy that doesn't look at explosions, here's all the microtransactions we used in this video. See you next time.